Admittedly, this video was probably a mistake, but I hope you guys and gals still enjoy. How's it going, guys and gals? This is Advanced Warrior here. Welcome back to another Advanced Wars rating video. So recently I had a collab with this one friend on Mansa Moose's channel. I might link those somewhere, and I thought I'd come up with something funny, slightly torturous. But first I'll go ahead and introduce my friend here, Sulfurant. How are you doing, buddy?
Hi, I'm Sulfurant, and I'm doing great, and that is soon to change. I
Can you move your mouse, by the way?
Oh, sure. Let's move the mouse.
Okay, there you go. So you were saying?
Yeah, I was told I was gonna do something involving Days of Ruin. I have played the Tiny Wars tutorial. I have no idea what any of the COs do, except Penny is a weather thing. Some of the units are cheaper. I know battleships can move and shoot.
Oh yeah.
And if you ask me what a CO zone does, I'll say it highlights one of your units with a very big cursor.
I guess. I guess. So, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that real quickly, because I think that's like the major difference between Days of Ruin and the Advance Wars trilogy. I say trilogy because three of them are pretty much the same. Days of Ruin is like a black sheep. So the CL zone is how you get your charge, your energy, they call it, in Days of Ruin. The way that it works is that after you build or like deploy a unit, the next turn, what you are able to do is that you are able to select the unit, keep it on the base, and when you do an option that says like CO will pop up, and when you click on it, you will spend 50% of the unit's cost. So for example, if you bought a tank that's 7,000, you spend 3,500 to put your CO in the tank. Now this does one of several things. Okay. So you can still move afterwards. Like it doesn't lock you on the base. Like you can load the CO and then you can move it off the tank. I feel like that'd be way too slow if it did that.
Yeah, that'd be very slow.
Very,
that'd be like, why would anybody ever use a CO?
Very slow.
Except, like, when you're winning or something.
Yeah, very slow. So yeah, there are levels in Days of Ruin whenever you get a kill. So if you get a kill, you become level 1, and that gives you a 5% attack boost. If you get 2 kills with a unit, it becomes level 2, it gets a 10% attack boost. And if you get 3 kills with a unit, it gains plus 20% offense and defense.
Oh, so that explains like when I played the tutorial like forever ago with those little metal things where
yes.
Like,
there's 1, 2, and there's V, which is like veteran, the 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
So the unit that you load the CO in automatically becomes a veteran. So when you're looking at these COs, that one CO unit is going to have an extra 20/20, and then the rest of the dossier just applies to the other non-CO units. So it also creates an aura, like I said, like a CO zone, and anything that is your unit dealing damage inside the zone will give you energy per HP that you've dealt. So you can one-shot an infantry, you'll still get 10 charge. You can one-shot a battlecopter, you will still get 10 charge, no matter what.
So you get charge only for attacking?
Only for attacking. If you counterattack inside your CO zone and you deal damage, then you get charge back that way too.
Okay.
Yeah. So at 30 energy, your zone will expand by 1. And at 60, it'll expand by 2, and it's the same cost for all COs. That's when you can use your power. It is an action, however. So if you move your CO unit in range of another unit to get charge, you cannot use your power that turn.
Okay.
So yeah, it is an action. You can move and then use your power if you want your like CO unit in a better position. And then the CO zone that we've been talking about, with all the buffs that it includes, will become global.
Huh.
So yeah,
so that's like the equivalent of advanced force powers. Where
yeah. So if it's it's like taking your day to day and giving it to every single unit on the maps. Like for example, say give your tanks plus 10 attack. It will all your tanks inside the zone will have that bonus plus 10 attack, and then when you use your power, all your tanks will get a plus 10 attack.
Okay. So all day to days are in the zone.
Yes. With one exception, which we will get to. All right.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna guide you through this as much as I can. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. So let's just try to get straight into it. All right. All right. So one more important thing I did forget to mention: defense is calculated differently. I think this is the best way I can explain it. In Advanced Wars by Web, if your opponent has 50 defense, you only do like half the damage that you would have done, right?
Right.
Yeah. In Tiny Wars, Days of Ruin, you can almost think of it as it almost cancels itself out. So like if you have plus 10 attack, it's like pretty close to almost the same thing if your opponent has plus 10 defense. Does that make sense?
Is there kinda? Okay, so it does cancel out. So it's like if I get like 10% from terrain and 10% from defense and 20% attack power, it cancels out.
Yeah, I would say that's like probably the best way I can explain it, because the comm towers in our game give each player plus 5% offense and defense.
Okay.
So yeah, if like both of them have it, it almost feels like nothing happens. But if one opponent has both, then that sucks. It's the same painful experience as Advanced Wars by Web.
Oh
All right.
no.
All right. So are you ready? Oh yeah.
Okay.
I completely forgot what the whole point of this video was. I feel so stupid. We're talking about this so late now. I'm going to show you the COs from Tiny Wars, Days of Ruin. Tiny Wars has balanced the COs, or like patched them. Either give them a buff.
Oh, okay.
Either give them a buff, a nerf, or they haven't changed them at all. Your goal today is to tell me if you think the CO has received a buff, a nerf, or none.
This is going to be pain.
Yes,
But
that is why.
let's find out.
Yes, but I'm sure you have like good resistance and magic or something, mental gymnastics, whatever.
Let's find out.
I can't believe I took so long to explain what the point of this video is going to be. All right, so because I got to drop all this information on you for Days of Ruin. All right, are you ready?
Perfect. Okay. Yes, I am ready. Let's go.
All right. So here is your first one.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is Lynn. You can see the name on the bottom right. The boarding cost is 50%, like I mentioned. You could see the 1 zone. So it just has a zone radius of 1. 30 to gain +1. 30 energy to gain +1 on the zone. Then 60 to gain +2. And that's how much the power is. You don't need to worry about art design numerical setup.
Okay.
So just know that she has a zone of 1. So only units adjacent to her get the energy buff. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Here's her
day-to-day.
Here's her day-to-day. Just so you know, the all units in CO zone gain +10. That's the default.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's the default.
And then
ground units. Okay. And ground units get a little bit of extra.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now this is a very interesting like thing, because like with a +20%, it's like it depends on the thresholds of the unit attacks. Like it is a 20%. It is a 30% enough to get like a 2-hit KO on something in most terrains.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
But funny enough, cities have 2 defense and forests have 3 defense.
Okay.
you sounded like so like confused. You're like, what?
It's like, oh, okay, so they bought forests and cities.
It's starting already.
Okay. Okay. So like back of the napkin math. Does an infantry versus an infantry still do about like 55% base?
I would
or
say
60-ish, or just a little bit over half.
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah. So I think this is enough for in like ground units to like 2-hit KO each other, like kind of like it's like the tank versus tank mirror match attack thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like in Advanced Wars by Web, you reach that 20% threshold, and you're getting those guaranteed 2-hit KOs.
Yeah, the 2-hit KO is probably why in Advanced Wars by Web, like COs like Max are like they're tier 2 for a reason. Like even though they're like a new player looks at it, it's like, oh, they already suck, but then like but then you realize that's not a game about artillery. It's a game about like a kind of dealing as much damage as you can without getting a bunch of damage in return. So that's why like breaking through those walls and getting those nice juicy units is important.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the damage calcs right now.
I'm gonna assume that's a 2-hit KO.
I'm gonna look at I'm looking at the damage calcs right now. Infantry on a plane attacking infantry on city does 45 to 54 damage.
It's a roll.
yeah, it is a roll. So that 10% may come in handy. That 10% may come in handy.
All right.
So that's the day to day. Man, same thing for tank, 45 to 54.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So
it's a roll without the zone. With the zone, it's basically a guaranteed turn.
Yeah. So you could look at it as like her copters would only get +10, and whatever damage they deal, that still adds to the charge. All the ground units like artillery, infantry, tanks, they're going to get the +30 because that stacks on top of the +10%.
All right. I hope this is like the baseline like CO, because like otherwise it's like, oh, okay, like what am I balancing against?
I'll just say there's a reason I'm putting this one here. Her battle copters will get 10. Right. Her tanks and other ground units will get 30. And Lynn herself, because she's a veteran, that's like stacks up as 50% offense and defense, and that will one shot an infantry on a city. I'll just let you know that definitely does that. All right.
And the ground units include her. Like if you just load her.
Yes.
Yes. So she is the wall breaker. What's her SCOP?
If you load her on a copter, she will only get 30 because of the veteran and +10. Yeah. All right. So here's the scout.
Okay, all units +10 offense, +10 defense. Okay, that's okay. A little bit cute global thing.
Yes, the global thing.
All right, +2 bit. Wait a minute.
Sonja grew up, buddy. Sonja grew up.
Sonja Isekai.
Dude, you freaked out so much your model froze.
Sonja Isekai. I kind of like just like shuffled around in my chair and like just laughing.
It's having a hard time picking you back up, buddy.
All right, there we go. All right, Sonja.
Oh no.
The video's off to a great start. Let's go.
It absolutely is. Sonja grew up. Isekai Sonja. What you call it? You read the. Oh yeah, you read all that, right? So what do you think?
Alright. Well, okay, hold on. Okay. So it's on one hand she wall breaks.
Yes.
On the other hand, her super kind of, to put it bluntly, it looks like it kind of sucks.
Okay. How about, what if I tell you this? What if I tell you that cities are also hidden terrain?
Oh, it's a weird one because
I remember Humida and Go 7 both called it baby fog, and I got offended in that.
I think Go 7 described the fog in Days of Ruin very well. It's a baby fog. because not only do you have flares, but like units when they move, they give vision throughout the whole movement as well. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
crazy. You move a recon, and it's not only where it lands; it's like the whole trajectory. And Advanced Warrior got offended by that.
So the best way,
So you drive a unit by and then bam.
yeah, the best way I could describe it, when a recon moves in Advanced Wars by web, it's like they close their eyes when they're moving. But when a unit moves in Tiny Wars, their eyes are always open, and they remember everything they see.
They close their eyes while moving. So it's like,
Do not do that in real life. Do not do that in real life. But yeah,
they just get motion sickness, you know.
yeah. But yeah, you'll see a lot of driving by in high level Tiny Wars, so they could get information on hidden terrain. With Lynn, you won't have to do that.
Yeah, so it changes it from needing 1 unit to reveal everything to 0 units to reveal anything, which it's something. So it's not the worst power.
Don't compare it
Well,
too.
maybe,
Don't compare it too much to Sonya, but like that's like plus 30 offense and plus 30 defense to everything else too.
Yeah. So I mean, she is still a wall breaker. So it's like it's
Yes.
like, and she does it does apply to her arties, which is kind of huge, because it's like you kind of like shuffle up with your wall. I'm thinking like with the arty behind it, you threaten the big turn, and you basically you force it to play a game of chicken, where it's like I get the 2-hit KO with an arty and a tank, or like or you have to shuffle away and I get what I want anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Also, I feel like this might also be helpful for you. When it comes to openings, there is the option to load your CO in an HQ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could plop it on an HQ. Next turn, you can load the CO.
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely map.
Yeah, I'm just remembering a specific replay that I saw where someone did just that. They put it in like the equivalent of like a medium tank, and then they had the arty right behind it. And I'm just like, I don't want anything near that thing.
Yeah, it threatens like the 1-hit KO, like with
yeah,
which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one. I have no idea how to rate.
I will give you some pointers. I'll give you some pointers. With one CO zone, if you have 2 CO zones, what you can do is that you can attack with your CO unit, and then when another unit comes to attack that same unit, it will still be inside the CO zone, and when you get that 2-hit kill, it will give you that 10 charge. Lynn, being a CO zone of 1, cannot do that.
Right. Okay. So I like to. I'm going to guess that like.
She could be in the middle.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm going to guess that she's mid, but she's mid slightly underpowered.
Mid slightly
underpowered. Yeah. So this is gonna be a shocker to me. I'm probably gonna discover. It turns out one-shotting units is good.
So you're gonna.
Who would have thought?
So you're gonna say
I'm gonna
she's.
say she is very slightly underpowered.
So they didn't change her, or they did change her.
I think they might have slightly buffed her.
Might have slightly buffed her. That's your final answer?
Let's find out. Yeah. All right, I'm locking it in.
All right.
Let's watch the hubris.
All right. Lynn has not been touched.
Dang it.
Sorry, Lynn. The reason I want to give this to you first, because Lynn is like pretty equivalent to tier 2. So there's still tiers. Like some are still slightly stronger than weaker, even with these patches. They're not like putting them all in one line of like balance. But yeah, some are slightly stronger than others. But Lynn is like pretty equivalent to like a tier 2. The being able to just one shot your other infantry off cities is pretty strong. Gets you like that nice 10 charge. We are going to be making so many cuts in this video. My goodness.
That is fine. Like, this is gonna be a disaster.
It already was when I invited you. All right.
The moment you invited me, you knew it would happen.
Yeah. So yeah, you are right. Having an artillery behind her is a viable strategy. There is also the chance like she could grow when I mentioned that like she can get like the adjacent hits with just one. But despite having a CO zone of 1, like having all these stats, all this defense, all this offense is actually pretty significantly high. I think you might notice that I think you might notice that the bigger the CO zone is, the less stats that it provides.
Makes sense because like it's the horde of units is very strong.
Yep. But yeah, she is at best like in the middle of the tier. So that's the reason I put her first, is like so you could get like some sort of baseline, right?
Right.
And again, I understand there's like a lot that you don't know, but I am like trying my damnedest to help you out.
All right. So everything like I guess every CO after this, I have to ask the question: is it better than Lynn?
Yeah, I feel like she is a pretty decent baseline, mid baseline for you to compare. That's why she's first. All right. So you did get it wrong, but you were right about like some strategies you already thought of, like such as the artillery right behind her. It's pretty viable. Because like when they see that, they're just like, all right, I don't think I want to try to kill this. Because when you kill a CO unit, they lose all the energy, and and if they have a super up, so like all her tanks have like the plus 30-30, right? You kill the CO unit, they lose their 30-30.
Oh, mid turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's so much I need to teach. All right, you ready for your next one?
That's fine. All right, next one.
All right, this one I feel like I already know who you're gonna compare this guy to.
Okay.
In Advanced Wars by Web. Yeah.
Okay. CO zone expansion, 3060. CO base energy. Okay, so no, same as Lynn.
Same as Lynn. Yes.
So okay. All right, has a sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Day-to-day, all units in CO's. Okay, so the baseline, indirect naval units in CO zone, plus naval units.
You'll see why.
In CO zone, plus 20% offense and 10% 10% defense. Interesting.
Yep. So 30-20 for indirects and naval units. You mentioned the battleship.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad you at least knew that, because
the battleship can move and scoot.
Those are
like
they have less range, but they're still insane.
Yeah.
Wait till you find out naval units can move through bridges.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And here's
that fixes every naval map ever.
It does. It actually does. Honestly, here's the super.
Okay, all units plus 10% offense, plus 10% defense. Okay. So I think that's like a base superpower.
Yes, that's also base.
Okay, so and everything gets the CO zone thing, and 2% max attack range.
2%.
Okay. Oh, sorry, 2. That's not 2%. Plus 2.
How do you calculate that in Advanced Wars? It's like increase the range by 2%. Just round it down. It does nothing.
2% of your units get plus 1 range. It's like random which ones it like chooses.
I almost spat out my soda.
So plus 2 max attack range. Okay.
Yep.
So I think I know like what you're saying, but like I don't think he is basically Grit. I think because like Grit, his day to day is what makes him terrifying. But like this guy doesn't have his max attack range in day to day. He's more of a Jake, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So
you treat him like a Jake. Like I could see playing this guy. Like if you spam indirects in like Wars like games, you usually get run over by people just running tanks. So it's like, so I'm actually okay. I'm gonna go Hail Mary here. I'm gonna say this guy's a little bit underpowered. So I think he was buffed a little bit.
Is that your final answer?
Although this. Although the CO zone is a little bit higher.
Yep, it is. It is that too.
I guess the question is, how important is that CO zone, like radius? Well, I guess we'll find out. I think he was buffed.
You would.
Final answer, locking it in.
You would be correct.
Hey.
As you can see here, Gage has the plus at the bottom here. And the numerical setup was done by Tiny Wars players, you can see at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so go ahead and give him a read. The right is what his buffs are. The left is just there for comparison.
So it's day to day. Okay, I'll see. It's in CO zone. I get plus 10% offense and plus 10% defense. Ground units and naval units. Oh, interesting. So they kind of made him a discount Len.
I will say, I think what they tried to do is that they wanted some naval commanders, but they realized that there's not a lot of naval maps, so they tried to give them something else they can work with, and I think you will see with another CO in the future. But yeah, they wanted naval units, but naval by itself is just garbage, obviously. So right. they gave Gage some indirect compensation.
Indirect units and naval units in CO zone gave plus 20% offense. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I guess they took away the defense, which is interesting.
Did you read the last one?
Oh, never mind. CO units gain plus 20% offense. Oh, interesting. So it's like just a mega unit.
Yeah. So the reason why you don't... So the reason why I think they have plus 20% offense on the CO unit itself is because when you're playing as Gage, putting him in an indirect by himself is not that great. You want a very mobile CO unit, so if you're attacking on one front, you can get the charge from there, and then you can move to another front with your unit, and then you can gain charge from there. You can just keep like move to an indirect, and then move to another indirect that same turn to just like keep getting on that charge. Because if you're just going to be stationary, you're not going to get a lot of charge. So you'll see people when they play Gage, if they play Gage, because if they play Gage, you could see that like they always put him in like either a recon or a tank. I've seen Gage in an APC before.
That's brave.
that is, but it was a mobile. As long as it was moving, that was the most important part about Gage. So I think that is why that they gave him the plus 20% offense. So the CO unit can like actually has something it synergizes with, like because like it is slightly awkward. You do miss out on like a veteran indirect, but you just want to be constantly moving with your CO unit so you can keep getting the charge.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I think this is like pretty much the same. It just lists out the whole thing, but like if it was the scout.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you're 1 for 1 now. How do you feel?
Hey.
How do you feel so far?
This is less painful than I thought. Oh man, my instincts are on point.
Yeah. I mean, you play Advance Wars, right?
Yeah, I do play Advance Wars.
So we have that baseline together. Just wanted to make sure. All right, you ready for your next one?
I'm ready for the next one. Oh, okay. So, okay. A base radius of 3, like that. That radius is getting bigger. So, okay, interesting. I wonder how important that is.
Oh man, my boy Brenner. He's jacked. Well, not jacked, but like you look at him, you're like, I don't want to disrespect this guy.
yeah, I'm looking at them, and it's like that man. He's definitely doing a pose of some kind.
Yep. Here you go.
Oh, okay. So defense. Okay. So I think like very to put it bluntly, like a little bit Von Voltish.
Really?
Yeah. Because like in terms of numbers, maybe.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking like, okay, like does it prevent the all important 2-hit KO?
I'm pretty sure with the numbers that I pulled up for you, it probably does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So like it does prevent the 2-hit KO, and that is huge. Because like
assuming they don't have
it's-
their
yeah.
their assuming that they don't have their CO unit nearby,
right.
and it reaches pretty
oh.
far.
Oh yeah.
All right, you ready for the?
Yeah. So you can definitely make like small walls with this, and you can kind of like finagle it around a little bit. All right, what's his SCOP?
You're gonna compare him to another CO.
Okay. Okay, so everything becomes the wall. Mild wall, and plus 3 HP. Oh, okay, so I don't think his... Oh, okay, so his SCOP is...
60.
It exists.
Andy grew up.
Well, not even that, like, Andy retired and got dragged out of retirement with those numbers. Okay. Oh, okay, so day-to-day is Von Bolt while in the CO zone.
I guess.
And only the CO zone.
Yeah. Remember,
And,
Brenner himself is a 30-50.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then the Scop is healing. I will say the only one who can heal. Only CO in the game who can heal right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, healing has never been really amazing in a lot of Wars-like games, because, like, I mean, it depends, obviously, like, if it's, like, +5, or, like, if it was a cheap +3, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely. It's like building a third of a unit, building half a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see. This is the first tough call. I think... I am thinking he is a bit underpowered, because I'm comparing him to Lin. But, like, that might just be the matchup. Because Lin can break through walls, and, like, with CO zones, you can kind of, like, finagle around it, and, like, match CO zone with CO zone, whatever. And, like, oh, okay, like, finagle the numbers a bit, and, like, bypass that 30%. And you say he gets, like, plus 50% defense?
Himself, yes.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that, like, it sounds nice on paper, but, like, with walls, you want to put your trash units in that you don't care about in the front, and the stuff you want to protect in the back. And it sounds like losing a CO is devastating.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Almost game losing.
You have to keep paying for it if you keep losing a CO.
Yeah, it's like losing a mega tank.
Yeah. Maybe not to that extent, but yeah.
Yeah, but it is pretty up there.
He can have them 3 tiles apart though, and then layers upon layers
mini
upon
walls.
layers, or like
Yeah.
death balls.
Yeah, all units do get plus 3 HP. It's okay. Like, although compared to the other superpowers, it might not. It might be better. I could see this if he has a giant army. That's really good. But, like, it is a big if. So this is definitely map dependent.
Of course.
But on a giant map with a bunch of units constantly brawling, and somehow you keep them alive, yet yes, Brenner's good. Ish. Sort of.
Ish.
I'm gonna guess he's underpowered.
So you think they buffed him?
I think they buffed him.
Final answer?
Final answer? Let's find out.
How'd you feel if I told you they had to nerf this guy?
Okay. So what happened? Was the Von Bolt instincts correct? Like, was it the 2-hit KO?
Maybe I screwed you up a little bit by saying that, like, defense is, like, calculated differently in Days of Ruin, but defense is still defense, and having it on not only 30 but all of your units. His copters will get defense. All of his Lin was just tanks and, like, other, like, ground units. Yeah, that's still good because, like, they're also getting the plus offense. But I guess they, like, balanced Brenner by, like, oh, he doesn't have any offense, but they gave it to all of his units. And the zone radius of 3 is disgusting, dude. I need to show you a picture of a Brenner death ball because oh my gosh, I have so much PTSD from that. Like
so if you're playing Fog or something and you have like okay, so it's basically Von Bolt but his units heal for free.
Yeah, you're never gonna kill his seals if he is behind all of his units are inside the zone and he's just dead in the middle. You are never killing that CO unit. You are never.
Here was thinking people would move units somewhere else, but no, they're just shoving them in the CO zone and then
exactly. It's like you just have artilleries like somewhere in the middle. You're not breaking through that wall. You're not killing him. Oh my god, he's considered tier 1, arguably tier 0, like. Arguably tier 0.
I can see that. But Von Bolt but his units heal in a very specific like sphere of marching units.
Listen. I love Brenner even as a character, but going up against him is just so. Yeah. All right, here you go.
All right. How did they nerf him?
He no longer can expand at 30. He can only expand at 60 energy.
Oh, so that means he expands once?
Yeah, he will never be 5. He will be 4. And thank God.
Interesting.
All right, here you go.
Because he's constantly brawling and expanding it in the old version.
Exactly. And the fact that his units are still alive, that means that he could still do more attacks. And while they're still alive, he could just heal them and he could just all right.
So let me just win in one particular location on the map. Just anywhere else I'll just just survive. But one particular location I will win.
All right. Here's his other nerf.
Okay. Oh, direct units. Okay.
Just direct units.
He's kind of trying to desperately nerf that death ball.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. Just labels it out, clears it out for you. But yeah.
Okay.
Brenner is so now we have a normal Lin, a buffed Gage, and a nerfed Brenner, right?
Right, and I guess buff on all of them.
Yeah, Brenner is so scary. I ban him whenever I can, when I'm playing ranked.
Nice.
All right, you ready for your next one?
Let's find out.
So who would you say is the poster child of Advance Wars, the trilogy?
Ooh, that depends. Nell's on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got the trios, the trio of Advance Wars. You got the Sami, the Max, and Andy.
The Ande.
But then you got Nell in the main menu.
And then you got Rachel and Jake in the dual strike. but
they're kind of redheaded stepchildren, you know.
so you say Nell is the poster child of Advance Wars?
I'd make an argument for Nell.
Okay, we will have I would consider this one to be the poster child of Days of Ruin. We got Will.
Okay. Oh, okay. That man is wearing a tie with a t-shirt.
The story was that a meteor shower caused an apocalypse in the world, and Will was still at the academy during that time. So I think what happened was he just dug himself out of rubble, and he was wandering the streets at the start of the game. Yeah, he was at an academy when the meteor strike happened.
Well done.
It doesn't hint that it's Sturm or anyone or even Rachel, maybe.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theory. Is it even in the same universe as the trilogy? We will never know. I wish I knew, but we will never know. But yeah, Zone Radius of 2.
Okay, so that seems reasonable. All right, so normal costs for things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is already Diet Lin. The offense is
Diet Lin. I mean, he covers more area than Lin.
He does cover more area. So he can do the Brenner death ball in a very discount without the defense, but the defense is important for the death ball.
Yes.
Okay.
And here's his super.
Okay. So he's at adder if you worked out a little bit.
Yep, it does include infantry.
Does include infantry.
I think Go 7 quoted Max eat your heart out. when he saw this. When he played Days of Ruin and called it baby fog.
No. Baby fog. Yeah. Okay. So the offense is the important thing for the wall breaks. So it's like So I think the 20% threshold is do most maps have comm towers, or is it just map dependent?
I would say most maps have comm towers. Just 2.
Okay.
So if you have 1 and your opponent doesn't have 1, you have the plus 5% bonus ahead of them.
Okay, so most are they usually contested, or are they on the good map?
Map dependent.
Because I don't see the point of having a non-contested comm tower, because if it cancels each other out, but
yeah, for the most part.
It's just
we do have
taxes more than it is actually getting
Wait, actually, I can't remember if they give you income. I think they give you income as well, so you have that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
so they're
neat little incentive.
They're higher value normal property.
Higher value normal property, yes. Oh man, properties also have 2 vision.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So when they drive by, the city snitches on them. Your city's like, hey, we've been keeping our eyes open, unlike Advanced Wars by Web, and we see an infantry 2 tiles away from us. Please help.
It really is baby fog.
Shut up. I was top 10 at one point in fog. Don't do this to me. I got 4th at a fog tournament.
That is impressive, because I don't know, being the top 10 in baby fog is still being the top 10 in baby fog. You know?
Just tearing me apart, man. I'd be plaguing that tournament too. all right. So
what can I say? Plague is really bad at baby fog.
No, he's actually insane. Like actually insane. Do you want a hint?
Yes, please. I would like to phone a friend.
Okay, with the past COs, the past couple COs I've showed you, where have you seen ground direct units before?
It seems like it was with the buff.
With the defense one, or the Brenner, or Lin?
With the buff to Gage and Lin.
Okay, what about Brenner?
Kind of. Brenner, basically that. That's how they nerfed him.
They changed him from all to ground directs.
Yeah.
So do what you will with that information.
Yeah. So this is. So I'm guessing. I guess the question is, how often do powers get popped?
I think. The more I've played, I kind of realize that they're slightly similar to Advanced Wars. Maybe a little bit faster if it gets really brawly around the CO unit.
Okay.
And also, there are obviously some instances where you just get a hit and you're not going to kill, but you're still going to get charge. Will, with his added attack boost, is going to get slightly more charge, even if he doesn't kill a unit. Because of course everything is 10, but when you get those only 1 strikes, you get slightly higher than most other COs.
Okay. And Will has a normal CO zone?
He has a 2 CO zone.
Okay.
So he is able to get 2 units inside the zone and get a charge of 10 for a 2-hit KO.
Okay, interestingly enough, I haven't really seen any other COs with the movement increases.
There are some.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say it's like if he was the only CO with a movement increase, then like that he has a unique thing where he zones out people.
Yeah, he's not the only
And
one.
just holds onto it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not the only one.
Okay, so ground directs. So okay, so you're a tank spamming with this guy. Makes sense.
Yep. Or mechs.
Oh yeah, mechs are half decent.
Mechs are pretty good, yeah. There's no transport boosting in Tiny Wars, sadly.
Yeah.
But they are
Well,
20,
I mean, but they are cheaper.
they are 2,500.
Yeah.
Infantry are 1,500. Don't ask me why.
Yeah. I have no idea why infantry are 1,500. It's
I still
it's just so weird.
somehow make it work. I don't know how.
This one's a tough one. Okay.
just so you know, a CO can still be good, and like not changed at all. Like there can still be good COs, there could still be bad COs in this game. Like I said,
but
it's like
compared to Lin.
compared to Lin.
I would argue that his so Lin got defense on her power, right?
Yes, and as a smaller zone.
Yeah, but it was for like a turn though, so it's like what, but like this, like the 10-10 isn't nothing, but like it's not what people care about. The people care about so it's basically so plus 30 to everything. That probably means you get your 2-hit KO thresholds, but not your 1-hit KO thresholds. But plus 2 movement, it is nice. All right. So like I think there's a pattern here. I think like in my guesses.
Do tell.
I'm going to guess that he got buffed.
Yes, he got buffed.
If you know what, like when you don't know, it's like you always choose heads when you flip the coin.
But this isn't a coin. This is a 33%.
Let's find out.
So you're saying that he got buffed?
All right.
I really tried to help you, man. Will's been untouched. Will, no, they didn't touch Will.
No.
I told you. They changed Brenner. They changed Brenner to be direct ground units, and that's how they balanced him. The reason I told you is because he is already that. So I was kind of hoping you would put that together and be like,
I don't know, when you like show like God himself and then you show like average Joe. I'm gonna do some little like anchor pointing, you know, like
Will's in the same tier as Brenner. He's actually tier 1 above Lin, surprisingly. Like I said, the zone radius of 2, amazing to get like a good amount of charge, like to get those 2-hit KOs, like I mentioned.
Okay.
And
so
also
CO zone is important. I keep on forgetting. The CO zone means more charge, more units attack.
Yeah, gives you more units to attack, and also, like I said, and like I said, with Will, when he's attacking, he's already gaining so much charge just from attacking, even when he doesn't kill. Like, obviously, if you get 2 units that kill, they're both going to get 10 charge regardless. And then let's say you have another like regular unit just attack a tank or whatever, and like they deal like 5 damage, and then like when Will does it, he gets like an extra 2, maybe an extra 3 energy. Just from getting that like one single attack. I played Will in a tournament and I got like 40 charge in one turn. I was already like 2/3 of my way up to my power.
So when you use a power, like, do you still get charge?
No. Wait.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't. Yeah.
Okay, so you pause gaining charge for a turn, because I was gonna say that would like put a lot of things in context.
Yeah. But this was before I used my power. Like I was.
Oh, okay. But even so CO zone, it's like
it helps out with the gain.
Sense,
yes, it helps out with the gain.
I think it does make sense that like like if you put in the context that like he's almost gaining, if he's gaining a lot more charge faster than Lin, and he's basically somewhat Lin.
Yeah, somewhat
Lin.
He's just more offensive Lin, I guess.
Yeah, just more offensive Lynn.
Yeah, very, very, very angry. He doesn't seem like a guy who gets angry pretty easily, but there was a point of the story where he almost loses it because one of the bad guys is like attacking innocent civilians right in front of him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a dark game." I just realized it's a dark.
It's like, well, I mean, it's either that or like, hey, you want to have a friendly fight? Let's send our soldiers who have families.
Looking at you, rivals. Looking at you, rivals. All
So
right.
it's either like, hey, let's get some ice cream and like enjoy some blood and carnage, or
let's just sit back and just watch the carnage. All right, you ready for your next one?
let's go.
Oh, speaking of Eagle.
Okay. Okay. So two. So he is
Waylon.
I guess let's find. Yeah, Waylon.
Yeah.
So CO zone 2. Okay, I get it. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, so air units. I forgot the damage counts. Does AA usually one-shot air units?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
AAs are 7,000 in this game because they don't do that much damage to tanks and like other ground vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
But
you don't exactly use AA to shoot at things.
This will survive an AA hit.
Okay, but like
It'll still be very low, yeah, but yeah, it'll still survive.
Okay. So I don't think his day-to-day is that good. Just because like air units are like in the original Advance in like Advance Wars 1 and 2 are just so fragile, and this doesn't really do much to unfragile them.
But you keep.
I mean, it keeps him from getting one shot. I
Yeah,
guess.
and keeps his energy. He can still gain energy even if you're at like a 1 HP battlecopter or 2 HP battlecopter, of course. And you can like always join them.
Okay.
Hint, hint.
All right. right. No, okay. That does make sense.
I don't think you're ready for the super, man.
Oh, let's go for the super.
You're not ready for the super. Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, so sculptors are immune to damage, or is it like some weird like bell curve thing?
They take like 24 damage with this calculation.
Okay, so AA no longer one shots of copters.
You need like maybe 5. I told you weren't ready.
You maybe almost spit out my drink. Okay. Oh, okay. So I am going to, I'm going to go on a limb here, and I am going to guess that he was unchanged.
Unchanged?
Unchanged, because like it is. Copters are super for a turn. I mean, the 20% offense is like it basically just means that you can position them or whatever. So he's really good at positioning. Like you shove your copters in front of your trash, and then you just bring it back after.
Yeah, got like a what's this copter? It's
Yeah, you just change what's rolling.
You got the 30-30.
Yeah.
Then it has a 50 offense. And then 60 defense for the cost of 13,500.
Okay. I'm gonna. It does only affect air units.
Only air units.
Only air units. So that is why I'm saying unchanged. It is reasonable. Like I'm guessing he is not the worst CO in the game. I'm not guessing he's Brenner level. So somewhere between Brenner and I don't know whatever you're gonna show me.
So you're gonna say that he's unchanged?
I'm gonna say he's unchanged.
1,300's a lot, man.
Yeah.
1,300's a lot. They had to buff him.
Ah.
There you go.
Was that the only buff?
no, but
Oh, okay.
it's better than 50%. You know,
Okay.
30%. Like I said, like the problem with like air unit COs in this game is that like copters are more expensive than a tank. So it's like an extra. It's an extra 1,000 that you're trying to load into. There is like some fringe play. Like there's a map called Crazy 8, and the airport is actually like kind of close to the front line, or like one turn away from contested
like,
properties in the
airport,
middle.
it's a lot better.
Yeah, with contested properties in the middle. What people can do with that is like they would have Waylon in the copter. They would have him move in, get the charge that he can, and if your opponent like is not expecting that, they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna hit him with an anti-air. They'll probably be down to like maybe 2 or 3 HP, and then you kill the anti-air. You keep your battlecopter in the back lines, and you can either like maybe join it, or you can just like have it fly around safely and just continuously get the charge.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's like kind of fringe. But when it works, it works. But yeah,
All right.
Boarding
what
costs
they do
is
day to day, and yeah, curious.
just make them a little more
okay.
defensive.
Yeah.
I am a bit
Did they
disappointed.
keep the 300?
Yes, they did keep the 300.
Hey.
I am disappointed they didn't give him 310 just because it's funny that they just gave him plus 10 on defense. Yeah, I think he's just like slightly better. He's like more affordable now. Like I said, 30% is like a little better. But yeah,
I guess if you feel pressured to like shove him in an air unit, it's like
yeah,
it
it's
does
just
make sense.
yeah, it's just like it's just too expensive to like try to maintain that.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
All right, here's your next one.
Okay. Okay, that's a pretty large radius, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Greyfield. I'm going to say the names from now on, I guess. All right, here you go.
Okay, so all units in CO zone, 10% offense, 10% alien seaplanes, battlecopters. Okay. Alright.
You know what seaplanes are?
From the tutorial, I think carriers build them. I
Yes.
forgot how much they cost.
1,500. I think carriers are like
Okay.
28,000. No, why did I say 1,500? Carriers are 28,000. Seaplanes are 15,000.
Yeah.
Very.
I believe carriers are a bit of a meme because like they're still expensive. It's like paying like 50,000 for the equivalent of 2 units. It's a pretty steep cost.
Yeah. Take out a mortgage with this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Here's the super. Do you need me to teach you what materials are?
I think that's what you build seaplanes with, right?
Seaplanes,
Or seaplanes, temporary airports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Only
okay.
rigs, which is our APCs, that can build them.
Right.
But funny enough, like we both know naval units cannot go through shoals, right?
Right.
Yeah. If you are blocked by like one shoal and like your like ships can't go through it, you can build a temporary seaport on that shoal, and then
that's awesome.
And then they can pass through.
That's awesome.
That's why I love this game. So what do you think of Greyfield here?
So I am looking at it, and on one hand, the CO zone is really nice. On the other hand, everything else seems mid. So I guess the question. Okay, so because the CO zone is larger, and because you told me about the spiral, I'm gonna guess that a large CO zone means it spirals into powers more and more. So his SCOP is that's fine. Like it's like, let's see, 25. Because it's naval units, seaplanes, battlecopters. So it's like, so I am basically ignoring naval unit seaplanes. It's like battlecopters get plus 10% offense, plus 40% defense.
Remember what I said about Gage?
Yeah.
They had to give the naval units something to work with.
Yeah. So I'm going to like once again, like I'm gonna guess that they buffed him. Because like even if you spam that power, I mean like you get that plus 10, you get that 10/10, I guess. But like you get that 10/10 that everybody gets. It's he's not constantly getting that power. Or I mean he is constantly getting that power like in the zone, like, but he can't like do like the Brenner death blow.
Yeah. Final answer?
Yeah, final answer. I'm guessing they buffed.
You would be correct.
Dang. Yeah, because oh, okay. So they really want you to load him in a copter or something.
Yeah, that's the main thing with the Greyfield. It's like you do want to load him in a copter because, well, I don't want to say it's the cheapest offensive unit because we have gunboats that are 6,000, but they only have one shot. So the nice thing about
you can recharge their ammo, right? It's good.
Yeah, but he can't. But yeah, he needs other units to like. Hey, I need you to hit that thing so I can recharge my ammo. Yeah. The nice
5 turns, you'll be able to fire with the gunboat. It's good.
The nice strat. The nice thing about Greyfield, I will admit, is that giving him copters is actually pretty nice because they can actually go over the sea tiles. Yeah, they could go over the sea tiles, so he can like fly over and just be a support for his boats if it ever gets to that point. The problem with Greyfield is that naval units are still expensive, but if there ever is a game that is like super stally, unless it's against Brenner, Greyfield actually has a shot. Admittedly, he has a shot. If the game lasts like maybe 40-50 turns, Greyfield has a shot. He's like the ultimate stall CO in my opinion, but because he takes so freaking long to get to that point, that's why he struggles. So yeah, again with Waylon,
guess like once you get actual naval units on the field,
once you get that swarm of seaplanes with so little fuel, and when you have your super, you could just refuel them without getting an APC, without sending them back to the carrier. They could just last like longer. And see, because seaplanes, I believe are really strong. They have a lot of movement. I believe 9. Their problem is their fuel.
I was gonna say the problem is their cost.
And their cost.
Because like I'm not seeing like a what was it, 15,000 price tag?
Yeah,
I'm seeing a like 35,000 price tag. You're not getting like that.
There are some maps with pre-deployed port lock carriers.
Well, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, it's the same thing. Plus 10% off, and the plus 20 and plus 50 for his specialized units.
Okay.
This is a custom scop. I also don't think you're ready for the Waylon one was already in the game. That was in the game. The Greyfield one I think is pretty absurd.
Okay, so he's still a battlecopter CO. His stuff doesn't get one shot, and he has a decent enough CO zone.
All right, here you go. Here you go. Can't wait to see this.
Unweighted air units. So he really is just the ultimate stall CO now, because like basically it's like you just need unit production facilities and enough money.
There are maps with neutral temp in seaports.
Oh, okay.
So you don't even need a rig to use them for 2 turns. You can just capture it, use your power, and be like, all right, I am going to build a seaplane. Immediately in the front line. This is it feels like Sensei kind of, because it's like I'm just gonna build an unweighted powerful unit where I need it to be right here, and you're gonna feel
like cheating, you know.
And you're gonna feel it does feel like cheating. It does feel like cheating, yeah. So I told you that I was like,
it is a SCOP, so you can do it for like a turn.
Yeah.
So and you do have to pay for it. The thing about like Sensei and like is that you don't have to pay for it. That's part of what makes them so bonkers.
Yeah. I am ashamed to admit I got bodied by this.
Because temporary airport coming.
No, it was also a heavy naval map. I was being an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pick the right CO, and it got to like turn 20, turn 30, and yeah, when he has like three battleships and like 4 cruisers, all with 50 defense together, I was not getting through that. But yeah, if he has a lot of this isn't official, but I did experiment with someone in like a high funds mode for Tiny Wars. There isn't a high funds yet. I think Greyfield, vanilla Greyfield, will actually be pretty insane in like high funds because he needs.
I could see like because you spam out those like you spam out there.
Yeah, he's gonna need all this money for all these expensive units, and if he could get the carrier seaplanes going, it's terrifying. But yeah, the problem is he's just way too slow and way too expensive. But there is a point in
airports like spam out copies.
yeah, but there is a point in the game where he can stabilize when he gets all he wants. I forgot who I have next.
but he does have to stabilize.
Yeah, sorry. Next one, Forsythe.
5 CO zone.
I was not expecting that reaction. 5 CO zone.
I was told 3 was big.
I mean, Will and Brenner and Greyfield can get to 5 if they deal enough damage. If they deal enough damage.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't have any powers. So his day-to-day better be like bonkers or something.
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, so he's Deathball the CO. but I think.
I remember Lagatua told me. I remember Lagatua when he saw this, he said, "This is the most Von Boltiest Von Bolt that ever Von Bolted."
All right. So I am guessing that so that's CO zone, but the thing is, like, it isn't bringing him like charge. That's the thing. So I'm gonna guess that on larger maps he's okay. On smaller maps he's bonkers. What does that mean for buff and nerf? You know what? Like,
Want me to help you out a little bit?
go for it.
If his CO unit dies, he hasn't lost any energy.
You're right. But it still costs like the 50% to load, right?
Yeah, but it's not always. It doesn't always have to be a tank.
Right. So you just bring him back out, like it. It's like he'll always he'll always be at 5. And so like basically this guy's day to day is you win at a portion of the map. Like you choose a portion of the map, and that is where you're winning. And I think I'm going to guess that they nerfed him.
You think they nerfed him?
Yeah, because it's like all units means like the like you said, the Brenner death ball, but this guy's just like always has it.
Yeah, it's not as strong as Brenner's though.
Yeah, but like it still is enough, I'm guessing.
But is it enough to get him nerfed?
Yeah, that's the question. All right, so the Lin test. Would this guy beat Lin?
I don't know. You tell me. I know the answer.
I am guessing.
What does he have that Lin doesn't? What does Lin have that?
Well, Lin has powers.
Lin does have powers.
Lin does have powers, but he does have the zone.
And it's all of his units.
It is all of his units. You know what? I'm going to guess. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to guess that they slightly nerfed him.
Final answer?
Final answer. Sure. Well, I'm getting all of these wrong anyway.
Forsythe is fine. He's fine, dude.
Dang it!
I really tried to help you. I really did.
I talked myself into it.
Yeah. The nice thing about Forsythe is like, you know the existence of bikes, right?
Oh, yeah, you can load him in the bike.
Yeah, you could load him in a bike, and when you lose the bike, you could just buy another bike and then just like reload him for not as expensive. Because like bikes are only 2,500.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's like and if
it's a
you
high mobility unit, and you just choose where you win.
yeah, and if you lose him, you didn't lose any energy because you never gained it in the first place.
Yeah. You didn't lose any energy. You still get your max CO zone.
Yeah, you are right. He is like good on like smaller maps,
Right.
Obviously. So yeah, like a global 2020 is it's not the minimum. Like the minimum was like 10% for everything else. 2020 just like slightly higher. I like to call it like Von Bolt. I can kind of see it. But yeah, he's surprisingly tier 2. I think the main reason is because he just doesn't have a power to like further push his advantage. Like Lin can do something with a power. Can make something happen. Forsythe, it's like you just got to keep brawling. Maybe at some point you'll get somewhere. But yeah, right now Forsythe is.
He can't exactly get the oomph.
He doesn't have the oomph. Yeah, that's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the oomph. All right.
Okay.
All right. Up next we have Penny. I think you mentioned you might know this one.
I think this is the weather one. I don't know what it does with the weather, but it does weather stuff.
We will see. Yep.
We'll find out. Okay, so 0-33. It's like she's gonna be getting those powers. Okay. Unaffected by weather. Oh, okay.
So this is the only exception that this is a global day-to-day. Technically the only global day-to-day. The second line is still applies to the zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. What's our SCOP? Change the weather. Random. Oh no. All right. So like, what does rain do? What does snow do? What is? Oh, okay. Oh, you have this prepared.
I don't know why that made me laugh. It's like of course I came prepared. It's like I already have to say so much to you. There's a dossier for this, so I'm gonna use it.
I like to think you have like a series of hotkeys, like just bring it up on screen. Exactly.
It's like there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I am going to guess that she is a little bit of a meme because you don't get to choose which one you want.
Lasts for 3 turns though.
Oh, for 3 turns.
You didn't read that part?
I saw random and
you're like nope. It's like random buffed. It's like buffed just.
Okay. It is 3 turns. I'm going to guess that that she is unchanged but banned in competitive.
Dude, what do you think is the strongest weather here?
All right, show me. Snow's pretty good. Sandstorm is situationally good. Forest fog. Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess. All tile. Wait, what was all tiles become 0? Like 0 defense?
0 vision. Your properties no longer have vision. Your radars, if you capture, that give you 5 vision, will have they become advanced wars by web properties. They can only.
It's rainy.
They can only see themselves. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess rainy because that means that like it's like you still have the hidden unit thing where it's like you have the. I believe some people call it a super shield.
Huh.
Where it's like you move next to the tile and then you can attack.
Yeah. Oh, wait, say that again.
I mean, granted, you still have the or you move next to a tile and then you can attack.
The vision will still stay.
Yeah.
The vision will still stay even during the rain.
But vision of 1 is huge. Like,
you still have flares.
Yeah.
You still have flares. Yeah.
So flares don't like.
I think the flares still have their normal vision.
I guess you're forced to build them though, and that is pretty good.
It's like, why is this dude building flares in standard? The fuck?
It's like, oh, he's fighting.
It's like, oh yeah, he's fighting Penny. That makes sense.
Actually, yeah, like your opponent, you're forced to gamble. Do I build flares?
So you think she's untouched and she's banned from competitive?
Yes, untouched, banned from competitive.
What does that say on the bottom right?
Ooh, uh-oh. Wait, hold on. On the bottom right,
Yeah.
or on the bottom left.
Bottom right. What does it say on the bottom right?
Oh. An E+.
They buffed her.
Wait.
Jesus.
I mean, granted, like, the randomness is terrible.
And dude, you said Sandstorm is situational?
Well, it's like, if it's...
Do you know what that translates to in Advanced Wars by Web?
Yeah, it means your
I
walls don't
have Con Bay defense.
Yeah.
for 3 turns.
I thought you said that like you're showing me all these things with like plus 30 offense, plus 40 offense.
yeah, but I also told you how we also talked about how defense works in Advanced Wars by Web.
You're right.
So like
you're right. 30%. It is pretty. Like it basically means your walls won't ever get broken.
It is disgustingly good. Snow's probably the worst one. Rain, I would say.
So snow is.
And they buffed her. This is the buff.
Oh, okay. So very mild buff.
Very mild buff, but still a buff regardless.
Okay.
I guess you shouldn't feel bad for that one because it is very mild, and you said that she was like unchanged. Like, yeah, she is not banned from competitive. She is absolutely allowed because obviously it's a gamble, of course. Like, you know, I do kind of get it. I do kind of get it.
On one hand, like you can't prepare for it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you can't choose it.
I will admit that, like, yeah, Global League does ban Flak Jugger. Yeah, and like we don't have a Flak or Jugger. Pretty much, like, this is like
it's the closest thing to
closest thing we have. Like, closest thing we have, but they're comparable to like Olaf and Drake.
Yeah, where it's like basically you pop the power and you ask the question, "Did I win this turn?"
Yeah, I have experienced all 3 weathers. Sandstorm is just so disgusting, dude. Like, you feel so helpless, and then you look at this character, and you're like, why can she do this?
Yeah.
All right, who do I have next? Tasha.
Okay.
Tasha.
Okay, so it's tiny radius, not very many powers. Like, let's see if her day-to-day is ridiculous. Ooh, it's air units only. Ooh, wait, go back. I saw that 50% cost. That means it's really expensive to load her into anything. Or anything useful. Like, I mean, granted, you can, like, load her into, like, a tank as usual, but, like, she only gets, like, the 10-10.
Mm-hmm.
Or the only normal CO thing.
Yeah, she'll get, like, 30-30.
Yeah, 30-30.
Yep. Here's the super.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, I am going to guess that they buffed Tasha.
What is the reason?
Because, like, I see the air units.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, basically 20% defense isn't the, like, I'm is that still AA one-shot range?
I think it's like...
Or is it situational?
I think it's like
if you're in skill zone or something.
It's probably at 1
okay,
or 2.
So wiggle room for AA one-shot range if you get a power or CO zone or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fact check real quickly while you think about it.
Yeah.
I feel so ill prepared.
Yeah, because the one-shot range is pretty important.
Yeah,
like for AA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That depends on where she puts her copters. If she puts her copters in front of her units or behind her units.
Yep.
Like, granted, the CO zone itself won't get... the CO unit itself won't get one shot with the 30-30, but, like... I'm looking at this and I'm just, like, thinking mid. You know what? Like, I'm gonna lock it in. Like, aggressively mid. That needed a bit of a buff.
So, anti-air to Tasha Copter does 80 to 88, so they'll be at 2 HP.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, even with the 10-10, like the CO zone.
Yeah, it's like just gonna be like this. So, you think they buffed her?
But it does. But okay. So because like her also her zero zone is tiny, right? Like it's a 1.
Yes, it's a 1, like Lynn.
Yeah, so that's huge because that basically means that her day-to-day doesn't exist.
Oh, you just wait and see. But yeah, you think they buffed her?
Wait, hold on. Now you got me second guessing.
Why?
Wait, what do you mean? Like because he made it like sound like I was like horrifically wrong, as if like you know this hot cheek character. I think he's a little bit underpowered.
Don't listen to what I say.
All he does is buy units.
Don't listen to what I say.
Buying units is like the worst power in the game, man. You know, like it doesn't do anything.
So you're changing your answer?
No. I'm locking it in. Like
locking it in. You think they buffed her?
That CO zone is tiny. Like she is not getting this SCOP that often, and and her stuff gets one shot. The +2 movement is a nice cherry on top, but only air units.
Okay. How would you feel if I told you?
Oh no.
That this is one of the worst characters in the game.
Hey.
She is somehow worse than Greyfield.
I am not surprised. That CO zone of 1 basically means I don't have a power.
They didn't change her boarding cost though.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so how'd they buff it?
Like this.
Oh.
Just natural +2 movement.
Wait, how does that work? Like, so you start your turn in the CO zone and you have +2 movement?
Yep.
Oh, that's kind of clever.
And like all air units inside of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can like move it to another area.
+2 unit. Okay, interesting. And like that leads to like some like wacky like transport tactics, some like wacky.
I didn't think of that.
Like,
Holy crap.
Yeah.
But there's a super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, +4. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. +4. Yep. They wanted her to.
That's basically that changes it from like, oh, okay, it's kind of a meme sometimes to like, oh, okay, like I move from my airport and one shot your unit and hit your units on your base.
They wanted speed. The problem with Tasha, in my opinion, is that okay, like this is gonna sound ridiculous. The problem with Tasha, in my opinion, +50 offense is not enough. As insane as that sounds,
with a CO zone of 1, yes.
Yeah,
like, that means that she is doing like a good damage to a unit.
She can one shot. She can one shot tanks on planes. I mean on roads, but on planes it's a roll.
Ooh, okay.
So I think if she just had, in my personal opinion, if she just had, if it said +50 offense and they changed nothing else, I think she'd be fine.
Interesting.
In my personal opinion, I think she'd be fine. But yeah, one shots on roads, doesn't one shot tanks on planes. It's a roll, actually. Yeah. I looked at it myself and I'm just like, oh man, no wonder she sucks. And also like, there's like also you attack with an anti-air and maybe like 2 more units could come in and possibly kill it.
Yeah,
that's like another thing that's like.
Yeah, even that's at like 50% defense. It's
she feels like a glass cannon. She almost she feels like if Grimm knew how to fly copters. That's probably the best way I could describe it.
If Grimm knew how to fly copters, even with that +20 defense, it's like it's still like air units are just so fragile.
Just so fragile, yeah. That's unfortunate. I like her. Her theme song's amazing, but it's just hard to play. Like a lot of these have really good theme songs, in my opinion. We should probably do a video on that one day. Or if you watch the video, I'm gonna play them all during each section.
Oh, that'd be pretty nice.
Yep. Isabella.
Oh, okay. So 50% CO2. Oh, okay. So normal-ish.
Normal-ish.
CO zone.
Yeah, average. I guess the best way to describe
average.
it. Yeah. Average.
Wait a minute. I've seen this one before.
You have actually.
Wait.
Look familiar.
All right. What's the SCOP?
Okay, here you go.
Okay. I am going to guess that she was unchanged. Because I am comparing her to Lynn so hard right now. Maybe a bit better superpower, kind of. And a better... Actually, oh, wait. Go back. Hold on. She has a higher radius, right?
2, yes.
Yeah, okay. So she is getting powers more often, and her power is better. Ooh. That changed things. I think she is slightly better Lynn, but what does that mean for buffs or not buffs?
You tell me.
You know what? I'm gonna gamble. I think she was unchanged. Let's find out.
What if I told you this is the strongest character in the game?
What?
Isabella is fucking disgusting.
What?
You have no clue how disgusting she is.
Oh, okay, so what makes her strong?
Well, her power is like the stats that she gives is above average.
Oh,
like you would see,
okay.
like most of them, you would see like Will, for example, plus 30 offense and only 10 defense. Brenner plus 10 offense plus 30 defense. She's right in the middle with the 20-20 between both of them.
Okay. Well, I was indeed right. She was better than Lynn.
Absolutely.
She is indeed better than Lynn.
Isabella also.
Okay.
Her power is better than Will. Her power is better than Tasha.
Okay.
Her power is better than Gage. Because
wait, just Gage. Oh, okay. So
Gage doesn't gain
powers in the game.
Gage doesn't get movement bonuses. Isabella does.
Okay.
Isabella's battleship technically gets +4 range.
Isabella's battleship is better.
Exactly. So like what? So like where is she? So like where is she bad? It's just like no, she just has like -10%.
For some reason, like I compartmentalize like the +2 max attack range and the +2 movement. It's like it's like +2 movement is not too bad. Oh, okay, +2 max attack range is not too bad.
Yeah, it's like how is she worse than Will? Oh, she just has 10% less firepower than Will. It's not gonna matter.
Okay. Sometimes getting one of the best powers in the game is pretty up there.
I remember when I found this out. I'm like, how can this small girl with the most childish theme song ever, like even more childish than Penny's, and just is tier 0. Like I can't wrap my head around that. Okay. She's tier 0 in this game, dude. I can't believe it. She's tier 0. She like I think Will I'm not completely down. I think there's argument for I think Brenner, like normal Brenner is probably the best chance you have against Isabella. Will, if you're offensive enough, and another CO you haven't seen yet, arguably. Okay. So she still has her 2 zone. She's Isabella minus now.
2 zone means she sometimes gets her power, which is pretty good.
All right, this is one of the changes.
And the higher zone does mean that she. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So because she has that zone, she can actually use it and wiggle around with it.
Yes. So she's just a little more frail.
Okay.
And they cut her indirect in half.
Okay.
So she's still good in my opinion. She's just
that's still same. Yeah, she's still good.
I personally would have. Well, maybe I would have killed her too hard if I just changed all her 2s to 10s, all her 20s to 10s, and all her 2s to 1s. So just 10 on everything, +1. That might be a little too weak though. So I'm fine with this.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's a. But
game of nuance.
I wanted you to see this one for so long because you're like there's no way this is the best one, the best character in the game. I'm gonna show you
I mean, she is better than Lynn. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you her theme song at the end. I'm gonna show you her theme song at the end of this video, and you're gonna be like, how? And you're like, how is this The best character in the game. All right. I think we got two more. All right.
Okay.
Here's your next one. Tabitha.
Okay. So no CO zone. Interesting. So that means that like her CO unit must be like bonkers was what I'm guessing.
You tell me.
Okay, so our CO unit is bonkers.
Don't forget the veteran bonus.
Right. So I think what that means is that like whatever she attacks, she one shots.
Pretty much.
What? Like and like her zone still grows, right? Like so.
Yes,
like,
her zone still grows. Yes, she's not Forsythe.
So she will break your walls.
Absolutely.
Okay, understandable. What's her power? Oh, okay. I mean, she's getting a little bit rarely, but like it is ridiculous when she. Oh, okay. Deals 8 HP to 2. Okay.
Randomly.
So, yeah. Randomly targets. Okay. So you have to bait it again. Okay. This is a tough one. I mean, like. So I'm guessing that with 60% of offense and 60% defense, like you go at her with 4 units, she's still living.
Probably.
Like yeah, probably like a tank, and you come in with like you're like 7 HP tank, you're 8 HP tank, and you're like I'm gonna attack with like 4 units. Nah.
And she's still getting charged. And she's getting charged from all that.
Yeah, she is getting charged, and she is surviving. Also, like once she actually gets a CO zone, she is really like so that like she does like a little 1-2 thing, like or it's like I attack with 1 unit, then well bam, like another penny or sorry another Tabitha comes in. I say penny.
Well, they do look alike, kind of.
Yeah.
I think they are sisters. I think they are sisters in the game. Yeah, they are sisters in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, you like once I'm guessing that like this is gonna be really funny, but I'm guessing that they nerfed her, because like I think like her day to day once she has a CO zone is like delete 2 units off the board. Maybe because like she's hard to kill, so it's like you can just kind of back off and like you said with Waylon, you can join a unit. Like if you really have to. It's like repairing is the same cost, like as on a city or whatever. But like it's so she's not like well, okay, but I guess the question is, would she beat Lynn?
Would she? Or Forsythe?
Yeah, that might change things, because like it basically like when the unit count is high, then suddenly she starts sucking.
Like, could she beat Forsythe?
Until she gets her superpower. Would she beat Forsythe?
Could she beat Will?
Yeah, could she beat Will? Actually, that's a good point. Oof. So, if unit count is high, I'm guessing that she kind of sucks. Because she's not getting. I mean, granted, she gets her power. Like, she gets this. Oh, but she has one of the better powers in the game. Like, 60% is ridiculous. It's like all your units one shot these things. Oof. It's a tough one. So large power bar. One of your units is basically a murder bot.
She feels like a murder bot. I hate her in the story. Like.
Yeah, she basically she is the drive me closer. I want to hit it with my sword, like CO.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a little Warhammer joke where it's like because like there's technology from all periods or whatever. So you have like Renaissance era generals like commanding modern armies.
Blood for the blood god.
But yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm gonna correct myself. Your walls don't survive against her. 2 units of your well don't survive against her.
Yeah.
So I am gambling. Like this depends on whether or not her CO power like salvages her. But I am guessing that she doesn't get it enough to be a good unit. So I'm gonna guess they buffed her.
Final answer.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so just real quickly, her tanks to another tank. She leaves him at 2 HP on planes.
Okay, so she doesn't even get the one shot.
On infantry, yeah, she's absolutely getting the one shot.
On infantry, yeah, she gets
absolutely getting the one shot.
So she doesn't even well break. Like, okay, that changes everything. That makes her worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have clarified that.
Yeah.
The medium tank does one shot. Tanks on planes.
Sounds expensive, you know.
It's 1,200.
Yeah.
12,000. I mean, medium tanks are 12,000.
To load it?
No, it's 12,000 to deploy it, and then 6,000 to load it. Yeah, 18. Yeah, that's.
Okay, yeah.
But you one shot tanks.
Expensive.
You do one shot tanks on planes. So
you're spending 18,000 on the mega tank that like sometimes works, and you aren't even getting charge until that mega tank is deployed. And even those superpowers, I'm guessing they buffed her.
Final answer.
But you know what? I'm gonna full send it. I'm gonna eat crow, as the kids put it. Let's find out.
Tabitha's unchanged.
What?
so I get it. Like even I've been playing this game for a while, I still hate Tabitha so much. But yeah, I understand.
You're playing her and like go like, oh okay, so I maybe mostly kill a unit.
But I understand why she hasn't been changed. The problem is
superpower when you get it is huge. I'll give it up.
Well, I'll get to that later. I'll get to that later. But the problem with Tabitha is that she has to actually hit things to actually start getting charged.
Right.
You never give her a chance to hit your things, you'll be fine. You will be fine.
Around. Okay.
Yes, like there have been games where someone was like guaranteed a property that they could have captured, but if they captured it, they were giving Tabitha 10 charge. Honestly, if she gets to 30 charge, it's over. It's over. Like she's just gonna like clump up
so
her
1-2 is enough. Okay.
It is absolutely it's enough. The one zone is enough.
And 1-2 punch.
And the crazy thing is, when it comes to her super, you almost never want to use it.
Really?
Because she goes back to 0.
Oh, and you really just like okay, so you're constantly just getting 1-2 punches.
You thought a Brenner death ball was scary?
It was like okay, you shove all your trash around your indirects and your indirects need to like one-shot things.
Yeah, there's like a lot of times when you see Tabitha get 30 charge and she has that like plus 60 for adjacent units, it's over. You're not. Unless you just can like have like I don't know 3,000 attack or whatever, then you might have a chance. But Tabitha is she's tier 1. She's not tier 0s because like you can just make sure she doesn't get it. She's a noob stomper, obviously like Kindle. You play her right
because I think like new players are general don't manage powers.
Yeah, or like oh they want to get this property and they're like fine with sacrificing an infantry, but little do they realize when she kills 3 infantry, it's Jover.
Okay.
Yep. All right, I think this is your last CO.
All right.
All comes down to this.
So I've got like none of these right.
You've gotten a couple.
Oh man, like I would be the worst Advanced Wars game designer of all time. Like rebalance mode, like shove me off of that committee, you know.
Well, I think it's like you have to play. Like if you experience it yourself, you probably could make an assessment because doing these blind ones is like obviously you're not going to get it. I'm just here to torture you, but
it is really funny.
It is funny, especially your reactions to most of these things. Isabella, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you your theme song at the end. I gotta remember that. Final one. Are you ready?
Go for it.
So Sturm. So Advance Wars 1 and 2 as Sturm, right?
Right. Yes.
Dual Strike as Von Bolt.
Okay.
We have Caulder.
Okay. So that's the averagest of average CO zones. All right.
Mm-hmm.
No superpower. Okay, this better be a really good day today.
Here we go.
Plus 2 HP every turn.
Every turn.
Every turn.
It's a repair,
Okay.
but still.
Okay.
It's not a heal, it's a
And-
repair.
Okay. So you get a slightly better Brenner death call, and a Brenner power you pay for every turn.
Yeah, I guess.
That sounds. Okay. This is a hard one. It's like no superpower is like he is the superpower. That's all.
He is the superpower. I don't know why that was funny
you
to
know
me.
what? You know what? Like I think that this is very very strong because like Advance Wars is a game about 2 hit KOs and 1 hit KOs, and this is a 3 hit KO CO in the zone. So like I'm guessing the Caulder, but you do have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a Rachel problem almost.
Yeah.
It's like how much are you willing to repair before you realize that you still need to buy fresh units?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do need to pay for it. If you didn't have to pay for it, that changed things.
Oh, duh! Like,
It's like yes, it turns out that like getting a free car is a lot better than paying for your car, you know.
yeah. Turns out exactly. I'm still paying for my car, man. That hit a little too close to home.
Oh no.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. So CO zone of 2. So
That allows you to get the. Actually, no, wait. It almost doesn't matter because you're not getting any energy from it, but it does allow you to like have that extra firepower if you're gonna.
Okay, so it doesn't expand though. That's the thing.
Does not expand.
So I thought it expanded.
Yep.
But it doesn't expand. So I'm gonna actually take a wild guess and like say that like you if you kill units, and even if you don't, I'm gonna guess like Forsythe is better. I'm gonna guess that they buffed Caulder.
You think they buffed
Oh
Caulder?
man. I think they buffed Caulder. I'm guessing buff a lot. Like this is like
There were a handful of buffs.
I'm comparing everything with Brenner, and it's like hold on.
there were a handful of buffs. I will admit.
Yeah.
A handful of buffs.
Yeah, I think they buffed Caulder. I'm going to full send this. Like I think that this is I'm 100% correct. If Tiny Wars like disagrees with me, that like it's not me who is wrong. It is the children who are wrong.
Final answer.
Final answer: slamming the button as confidently as I've ever slammed it.
Oh man. Okay, so you say Caulder has been buffed.
Yes.
How would you feel if I told you that is not Caulder's original stats?
Oh.
The guy who designed Tiny Wars already created this Caulder in mind that let me just say that the original Caulder will absolutely slap Isabella around. Like, you have no fucking idea, dude. Like, absolutely like he's the real tier 0. It's just that he never put him in Tiny Wars because obviously it's the most broken fucking thing you will ever read. And also, I went a little extra mile here. You see how it says like numerical setup intelligence systems, right?
Oh, you edited it.
I edited it in. Baby Go was the one who designed this version of Caulder, the dev here.
All right.
Are you ready to see the original Caulder?
Well, let's see the original.
Oh wait, does it not? Oh shit. Okay.
All units in CO zone recover each day. Well, yeah, I agree. They do recover.
Yeah. Wait, why
How
does this
much?
feel wrong?
It's like all of it. What?
I think it's by 5.
Oh, okay. Then Caulder just wins.
Caulder just wins. It's no
Caulder's power is just he just wins.
No shot they're ever letting that CO in the game because he would be. It's like you're no longer playing with 5 bands. You're no longer playing with 6 bands. You're playing with 5 bands. There's like custom COs. We're not going to get into that, but it's like it's one less band because like you just have to put that one there. This is the brawl meta knight of Days of Ruin.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. It's like, yeah, he just wins.
Yeah, he just wins. He just wins. The only thing I don't like about his final mission is because I feel like you're fighting his laboratory more than you're fighting him.
Well, yeah, because like they probably balanced it around not fighting him.
Yeah, it's like they just decide to put him in the corner of the map where the objective is nowhere near him.
Yeah, if you like.
Maybe for the better.
That's a really funny challenge. It's like I want to destroy the CO unit, you know, like just turbo over to Caulder.
Maybe for the better. Maybe for the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the version of Caulder that we have in Tiny Wars. He's like pretty close to like a high tier 2, in my opinion. So like he could probably like smack around Lynn and stuff like that, but maybe a close fair challenge to like Will is not Isabella.
Yeah,
Will
because
go ahead.
Okay, interesting. So it's like because I'm comparing to Forsythe.
And it's like they just took him and they just cut him in half. Cut his abilities in half.
Oh, okay. So it's Forsythe tier 1? Is that
It's Forsythe is tier 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like arguably tier 2. Penny is like Penny is like tier 3.5. It's weird.
Underestimate the healing part, you know, like it's.
Yeah,
it is like pretty nice to like park on. Like I guess you are building a 5th of unit.
Yeah, like almost half of a unit if you're like, or if you have like something at 2 HP and you're willing to keep your tank there, it can go full health in like 2 turns. Yeah.
Okay, I underestimated the healing.
But yeah, that is all of the Tiny Wars COs. What do you think?
None of them right.
What did you get right? I forgot what you even got right. You got 2 of them right. I completely forgot.
I have flunked the Days of Ruin the balance change test.
Well, that was kind of the point.
My Advanced Wars vibes are terrible. All right.
Well, that was kind of the point.
This has been pain and suffering.
And content.
And content.
Yeah, this took me way too long to like make this. I thought it'd be pretty easy. How many slides are we at? Freaking 79 slides. Well, some of them are skips, but like almost 70 slides just to have this whole or stuff like that. But yeah, what do you think of the cast?
It's interesting. Like it's because of like basically. The CO bar, so to speak, from Advanced Wars 2 is basically their CO zone.
Mm-hmm. But instead by value, which is by HP.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting as well. So,
yeah.
If they ever come out with a Days of Ruin 2, I'd be curious to see what they do, because in Advanced Wars 1, there was no superpower. There was just the power.
Right.
I feel like they could definitely like expand upon it. Like there was 1 power here. Could there ever be a chance to like make it 2? And like, are they just gonna have a power at 60 and then like a super power at 90, or are they gonna keep it and like they just have like a weaker power at just 30? Might be a little too insane. So like I feel like they just need to make the power like not as strong. But yeah, are you ready for the Isabella theme song?
Oh no, this is gonna be a disaster.
You are. Oh, that's my YouTube studio. You are not gonna be ready for this. Why is that on my thumbnail? Oh yeah, it's a comedian.
Finally, a good card, indeed.
Isabella theme song, Days of Ruin.
The Promised Neverland.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get ready to jam.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Are you ready? Ready?
Okay. Ready. What even is this? I feel like I'm about to like take my kid to the amusement park.
Oh no, plus 20% everything. She has plus 2 range. She has plus 2 movement.
Just like this little toddler running around the amusement park, just like causing explosions behind her.
I think it's even more insane when you listen to like what most of them sound like. I'm gonna show you Will's real quickly, just so you have an idea.
Okay.
So yeah, compare that. I said Will, not we theme song.
I agree. The Wii Shop theme song is pretty up there.
I'm keeping all of this in because it's kind of funny. All right. I don't know how to play without audio, so it's like I know it's just gonna like. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
As you can tell, I've been listening to it a while because this I feel like this is the.
I mean, that is a pretty good soundtrack.
This is the This is the standard Days of Ruin genre.
Okay. Oh, okay. So pretty heavy metal.
Mm-hmm. And then compare that to this.
One of these is not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
I like to think that Isabella just got isekai to like the Days of Ruin or something.
Well, it is interesting because, it's the song's called Lost Memories, funny enough. She has a lot of military intelligence, but obviously she just doesn't just spout that out like naturally. like Will finds her in like a crumbled house right next to the battlefield, and he like saves her, and she just all of a sudden has all this historical knowledge, and she's like, I don't know where I got that from. So it feels like she got isekai'd pretty much. I feel like she pretty much did get isekai'd, and funny enough, her memories ends up saving the guys a lot.
See, I remember that I am the most broken CEO in the game.
Funny enough, you don't even get to play her in this campaign.
What?
Exactly.
What?
They made her a character, but you can't play her in the campaign. So they're like, well, she's an important enough character. We gotta make something for her. It's just like, let's just slap these on. I think she'll be fine. No, she was not fine. She was absolutely not fine.
Let's just shove some of the powers together. You know.
Oh man, don't get me
shuffle them around.
Don't get me started on the fact that the one mission you play as Gage, he has no indirects. No naval units. That is, I'm gonna make a video on that. That is like one of my biggest gripes in the story. It's like, Isabella's not playable and Gage doesn't have indirects. What the heck is happening? It's more for story purposes, but that's for another topic. But you didn't get a lot of them right. I was expecting that. Honestly,
this was a disaster.
A disaster. I finally get to collab with a Vtuber. Let's fucking go. Where can people? So, what do you do, and where can people find you?
Yeah. So I do various things. Like in general, you can see me around the Advanced Wars by Web Discord, helping people out. Occasionally, I'll pop out a video. Most of them are terrible.
Same as your maps.
Enjoy at your own risk. It's like either like a tournament or something, or like a fun little charity match, that kind of thing.
Same as your maps. Yeah. Your maps are also.
Yeah. Same as my maps. Yeah, my maps are infamous for kind of being like you look at them and you immediately go, what the heck am I looking at?
Exactly. I'm gonna put this. Put them in the description where you can find them. Probably just YouTube. Yeah. Obviously, if you go find Advanced Wars by Web, he's on Advanced Wars by Web a lot, not Tiny Wars like me. Find the Discord, you'll find him. Very fun guy to talk to. Hopefully, we could find a less torturous way for us to collab the next time. Because I don't know. I mean, I think this is kind of like a you owe me one kind of situation. Absolutely. Somewhere down the
one of these days,
somewhere down the road, he's gonna find his own game and he's gonna make me. or like did Soul for Rent make this map, and you're just gonna show me a list of we should honestly do that. We should do that.
Oh my gosh,
like
that'd be so funny.
get
Yeah.
your maps.
I am definitely
and
it is
get
a map
your
making channel. Like
get
it
your
is
maps.
definitely focused on maps. Yeah.
Get your maps. Get some other people's crazy maps, and I have to guess if they're yours or not. look at us coming up with future collabs in the middle of a collab.
Even better, just require you to like make a map and this eviscerate you while you do it. Like, no, you see, this causes turn advantage.
I already had to rank maps with Humida before it was awful. But yeah, will that happen? We don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think this video has gone long enough. It's like nearly 2 hours, and yeah. So let's just go ahead and gonna have an outro here, guys and gals. This is Soul for Rent. I am Advanced Warrior, and you all have my warmest regards. Please take care. My headphone fell out.